안녕하세요, 원다입니다. 1년 이상 지속된 팬데믹 상황으로 지난해부터 지금까지 전 세계인들이 몰려들고 있는 곳이 있는데요. 그곳은 바로 인터넷 속 넷플릭스 세상입니다. 지난해 넷플릭스 속에서는 한국 드라마 킹덤, 사랑의 불시착, 이태원 클라스 등이 전 세계 시청자들의 마음을 거침없이 흔들어 놓았는데요. 최근 방영한 스위트홈 또한 미국, 캐나다, 프랑스, 독일 등 70개국 이상에서 오늘의 탑10 안에 들었다고 합니다. 이제 인터넷 속 넷플릭스를 넘어 미국의 안방 TV 안까지 한국 관련 드라마가 방영될 예정이라고 합니다. 그 드라마는 현재 미국 애플 TV 플러스에서 어마어마한 예산을 들여 8부작으로 제작하고 있는 중인데요. 이 드라마는 바로 이민진 작가의 소설 파친코입니다. 이민진 작가의 소설 파친코가 미국 TV 드라마로 제작되는 것은 미국 내 한국인들에게 엄청난 의미를 던져주는 것이라고 합니다. 이 드라마의 내용이 일제강점기부터 그 이후까지 총 4세대에 걸친 한국인들에 대한 내용이기 때문이기도 하지만 미국 TV 드라마의 주인공이 한국인이라는 사실 때문에 더욱 의미 깊다고 하는데요. 지금까지 미국 사회에서는 체계적으로 그리고 의도적으로 아시아인들의 이야기를 철저히 배제시켜왔다고 합니다. 특히 아시아인이 미국 TV 드라마의 주인공이 되는 일은 절대 없었다고 합니다. 이렇게 미디어에서 의도적으로 아시아인을 배제시킴으로써 미국은 미국 주류 사회에서 아시아인들이 배제되는 것을 당연하게 여기도록 만들어왔다고 합니다. 그로 인해 미국에 살고 있는 한국인들은 미국 사회에서 한국인들을 중요하게 여기지 않더라도 그 사실에 대해 무의식적으로 당연하게 여기며 살아왔다고 합니다. 하지만 미국 지식인층을 감동시키고 그들의 마음을 사로잡아버린 이민진 작가의 소설 파친코 덕분에 지금까지 미국 역사상 한 번도 일어나지 않았던 일이 일어나기 시작했다고 합니다. 한국 미디어 회사가 아닌 미국 거대 회사 애플에서 한국인의 이야기를 미국 주요 시간대의 TV 드라마로 제작하기 시작했고 그 드라마 속 주인공들도 한국인 배우 이민호, 정은채 등이며 그들이 사용하는 언어조차 한국어라고 하니 백인 중심의 미국 사회에 얼마나 어마무시한 변화의 바람이 불었는지 알 수 있습니다. 늘 백인 중심이었던 미국인들이 드디어 그들의 삶 속에서 아시아인의 이야기, 특히 한국인의 이야기를 중요하게 생각하기 시작했으니까요. MIT 대학에 초청된 이민진 작가는 청중과의 대화의 시간에서 이런 사실들을 청중들 앞에서 아주 당당하게 지적합니다. 그럼 미국 사회가 그녀를 그동안 얼마나 화나게 했는지도 말이죠. 그녀는 냉철한 통찰력으로 분석한 미국 사회의 잘못된 점을 정확하게 지적하면서도 시종일관 유머러스하고 위트 넘치는 말솜씨로 MIT 대학 강당에 모인 청중들을 사로잡아 버립니다. 함께 보시죠.
So, we did promise that we would make time for questions from the audience, engage you in the conversation. We'd like to invite you to come to the microphone. Yeah, please identify yourself.
Oh, I'm Albert. I actually go to Harvard, but I'm a big fan of your work. And I got to see the process of Pachinko turning from a novel into a TV show. Well, it's in the process of it right now. Seeing a story that's going to be told in Korean, Japanese, and in English, like that's not something that I grew up with. And I think to me, it was like the validation of like my existence in the States. Wow. And I just want to say, like, ask you for your personal opinion. What does it mean to you to have like Pachinko turn into like a massive budget TV show on Apple?
Albert, thank you very much. And so you're at Harvard and you're at MIT right now. Okay. Do they let you out?
Did we let him in?
Yeah. Did you? All right. That's hilarious. So, you know, Albert, I got to tell you something really funny, which is that in 2007, when I published Free Food for Millionaires, it did really well, and this really famous award-winning playwright said that he was going to try to make it into a movie, my first book. And he went to Hollywood, and he knocked on all these doors, and because he's like a major guy, we thought like, oh, it's going to get made. And they basically said to him, Asians need not apply. That no one wanted to see Asians on the screen. They told him to his face. And I remember thinking, oh, well, if that's the case, then Pachinko will never be made because it's not even about Koreans in America. People don't even speak English until the very, very end, and it's only like really one character who speaks English, well, two characters. So I was very confused by it, and then recently there was a bidding war for this book. So I was incredibly surprised, but how I feel about it, mostly the sense of like, I can't believe it's happening. And then I also think that it's important to recognize our power. And I think that I had, because I'm an old person, I'm going to be 50, so I'm not like really, really old, but I'm not, I'm no spring chicken. But part of what's happened to my generation is that we've become a little cynical. So I think I became cynical. And what I really like about your generation, because I've been speaking to university students around the world, what I really like about your generation is you guys are the least racist, the least sexist, the least classist, the most hopeful about what can be. And that's amazing. Your attention span sucks, though. I want you guys to all throw your phones in the ocean, but to answer your question, I'm mostly surprised because I have the sense of history and cynicism that I didn't think it was possible. And my film and TV agent is in her late 20s. So again, for her, it was kind of like, well, of course, why wouldn't this happen? And I was like, oh, I realized that they have something that I don't. So I wanted to speak about that beautiful sense of possibility, that Asians could be leading characters. I've always thought it was important, but I thought it was possible in print. But to be translated into television, the very idea that you can have a 4-season show, that's like unbelievable. So thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you all.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
I'm Emily, and I wanted to ask if, looking back now, what, based on the responses you've gotten about Pachinko and maybe having more time to reflect on your novel, what is something you might have changed, either in your process or what you've touched on?
Oh, great question, Emily. Emily's question, for those who didn't hear it, is would I have changed anything now that I've had time to pull back? No. No, I wouldn't change it. I mean, I've only have 2 books out of 24 years of work. So I've already dealt with all of my doubts, anxieties, and revisions. Having said that, one thing that I would like to have done is I wish I had felt that my story was more important. And I didn't. This is going to be about you and me, Emily. Emily, I don't know if people told you that your story matters. Asian Americans in this country are systematically and routinely erased in the media. It's intentional. It's absolutely fucking intentional. And I'm mad about it. That said, what happens to people like you and me when we get systematically and intentionally erased as central characters is that we start to think that they're right. Right? Like this goes back to Albert's question. Like, what does it mean? He said his existence felt valid. What a thing. But Albert mattered from the moment he was born. His life is as important. His story is as important. I mean, he goes to Harvard, so it's, you know. But except for that, where are you, Albert? I'm just teasing you. It comes out of a place of love. So it's really exciting for me to think that your story matters. And I wish I had thought my story mattered. I wish I hadn't taken so long. So that's the only thing that I would change. I would change my attitude about me. And I hope that you can always feel like you matter, Emily.
Thanks.
Thank you. You don't get the final word, but you get the final question.
Okay. So I'm Sandra. I'm from Harvard as well. I just wanted to say that having grown up on watching a lot of like Korean movies that had to do with like Japanese colonialism, when I first like encountered this book, I was very surprised that like there was actually like a piece of writing pertaining to this era, and I was just wondering what the sort of how like Koreans or Japanese people like reacted to your novel. Have you like interviewed any of the readers from there?
What's your name?
Sandra.
Sandra. Sandra from Harvard. So Harvard is represented here. And they just like own this MIT auditorium. It's interesting. No, I'm teasing you. So first of all, you're Korean American?
Yes.
Okay, so you have a reaction.
Yes.
Right?
I was very surprised by a lot of things you said today because I thought a lot of them, I kind of felt the same way, and I also kind of had the same experiences. So I think your speech was very inspiring.
Oh, thank you. Well, actually, I didn't do it to get praise, but I'll take it. I'll take it. This book has now been translated, has been and will be translated to 27 languages. So, again, like when I wrote the book, I really thought that maybe a third-tier academic press might publish it for free. And I'm not being modest. Like I had every reason to believe that who cares about 600,000 people in the world? It's like a micro community. And it's a history that the Koreans didn't want to talk about and the Japanese didn't want to talk about. Even today, I've met so many Koreans from Japan as well as in Korea who do not know this history. Like they don't know that there's 3 different kinds of Koreans in Japan today. Most people don't know about the North Korean Japanese, the South Korean Japanese, as well as the naturalized citizens today. They don't know about it, and they don't want to know about it because it's embarrassing. So, but then having said that, after having read the book and the fact that this book has gotten critical attention and commercial attention, what's weird is that people are coming out in droves. And I wanted to sort of share this weird fact with you because I've been on tour for over 2 years. My initial audiences were entirely college-educated white women because they buy all the books in this country. No, if college-educated white women stop reading, like, we're done. So I just have to say thank you to all white women who buy these books. Amazing. And I would go to these events, and like, you're like, why are there 75 white women reading this book? You guys are so cool. And then the praise started to come, and the awards started to come, and then all the Koreans showed up. No, I'm serious. And I say this slightly as a little bit of an indictment. Like, dudes, where were you? And I'm so grateful, too, because it meant the world to me. It means the world to me when I have Korean Americans who are the toughest customers, holy shit, liking your stuff. Because they are tough to please. I mean, you guys are really tough. So when they like the book, I feel so deeply gratified because I was afraid of your opinion. And the Korean Japanese and the Koreans in Korea, as well as Korean Americans, have been so overwhelmingly supportive of this book. You know, so like they buy 10 copies, and it's just crazy. And I'm like always like, wow, that's just incredible. So thank you very much. You didn't have to buy anything. That's not what I was pointing at.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
I love the term deep gratification because that's the way I think we all feel. To you for joining us this evening, both Amy and Minjin, for letting us eavesdrop on the conversation, for letting us engage in a conversation. It means a lot to us here, even if Harvard sort of dominated the Q&A. I want to also echo her thanks to Laura and to Michelle for their hard work in putting this together.
뒤늦게 그녀를 지지하러 나타난 한국인들에게 살짝 섭섭함을 드러내면서도 세상에서 제일 까다로운 한국인들을 만족시켜서 세상을 얻은 것 같다는 이민진 작가. 한국인들의 사랑을 얻은 것이 세상을 얻은 것 같다는 말처럼 들려 뭔가 울컥함이 올라오기도 했습니다. 다음 영상에서는 이민진 작가와 MIT 대학의 미디어학과 교수 에이미 대아를 번역하여 소개해드리려고 합니다. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 원다였습니다.